DMAC here at the house talking about how to buy a snowboard binding. Bindings basically are pretty critical. You want them to perform three basic factors. You want them to be durable. You don't want them breaking halfway down the slope or halfway through the trip, ruining your trip. Secondly, you want them to be comfortable. You don't want to experience any pinch points through your boot. You want the straps to wrap your boot and be very comfortable. And then thirdly, you want them to be easy to use. This is, getting a nicer ratchet or possibly looking at one of the convenience systems I'm going to speak about in a little bit. Those are the three basic categories. Specifically, once we move into the binding, you got some different parts to consider. First off, the ratchet is the traditional way of closing the binding. You got a simple throw arm that tightens it and then a release lever that will release it. As you go up in price, these systems will become smoother, they'll catch less, they'll be easier to use, and typically you'll see weight reduction as well. Since metal is employed in a lot of these, as you go higher end, you're going to see titanium, magnesium, and just lighter aluminum ratchets being used. Just best way to do it is just to look for one that's maybe a little bit more pricey, or to get hands-on with it and see what you think about the bindings personally. From there, you move into the strap structure. Straps, once again, you kind of get what you pay for. When you're looking at base models, you're going to see cheaper synthetic leathers, maybe some like rubber and plastic being deployed. For your ankle strap, you should really look for something that has the 3D contouring to it, meaning that it's already kind of pre-molded to the curvature of the boot itself. Definitely it's not going to have to crimp or bunch as much underneath as it goes over the boot, so you get less pinch points, stuff like that. Looking for something that has a lot of different materials in it in different zones is going to be nice, because it's going to maintain the shape but also promote the comfort. Into the toe strap, most of the straps nowadays will either be a toe cap strap designed to be used over the front of the boot like so, or a hybrid strap that can be used like either of these over the top or over the toe as well too, so it gives you the option. Benefits of doing the toe cap strap, which is most of the way most riders will do it nowadays, is it's going to hold your heel back in the heel cup of the binding, going to give you really good response, cover the boot from toe to heel, and then also allow you to ride your ankle strap a little bit looser as well too. Once again, like anything else in life, you get what you pay for. As you go up in price, you'll definitely increase the comfort and decrease the weight of these straps. From there, we'll move into the high back. The high back is what's going to promote your heel side turning with the whole system. Traditional high back will just kind of be straight up and down. Most will have a central kind of core or spine that promotes really good response when going directly against the high back. And like most will have a softer side here, so that you get a little roll or flex with the binding, promoting a more natural surfy type feeling. But like I said, every company is different on this one. All will have some sort of forward lean adjuster. This is crucial, if you're looking to switch up different riding styles. For me, when I'm just lapping through the park or goofing around freestyle, I'm going to have this thing pretty straight up and down here. I'm not going to have much forward lean to it. However, when I jump into the pipe or look to go into natural terrain, I'm really going to crank on this forward lean, which is basically just to increase the time that your heel side edge initiates. It's really, really important when riding the backside wall in half pipe. Like I said, this one has a more traditional straight up and down design. You will see a lot of companies experimenting with the asymmetrical high back design. This is designed to better match the angle of your legs as they come up to your hip, putting more meat of the high back directly behind your leg. With these ones, they still function great. This is one of my favorite bindings, but it does have a little bit of the outer part alienated here as your leg comes up to your hips. Materials used in high backs really vary a lot. You'll see some that have like urethane, a very soft compound used in skateboard wheels, just to promote flex, really good for those freestyle or beginner riders. And you'll move through your plastics and everything. Most companies high end will end in some sort of carbon layup like this one here. Obviously carbon, you're looking at something that's going to be very, very rigid, hardly have any flex to it at all. therefore definitely being very, very responsive, and as we all know, carbon also very, very lightweight. It's going to help reduce the overall weight of the whole binding. From there, we'll move into the base plate. This is where a lot of stuff goes on in the binding. It includes the padding, the mounting system, the anchors for the straps, and the high back. Nowadays, you'll see a lot of companies offering lifetime warranties on their base plates. This is because in recent years, most companies have switched to really, really high-tech plastics, a lot of them being infused with fiberglass and carbon, like the high back, to reduce the weight and increase the rigidity of the binding. Even on something like this, which is one of the best bindings we have in the store, they still utilize a full plastic base plate, but it's a huge concentration of carbon and fiberglass into that, so it's actually one of the lightest and most rigid bindings that we have.